Hello there friends, my name is Victoria Mora. Welcome to Release of the Day. Please remember to subscribe to our YouTube channel where you can keep up with the newest trends in the world of indie artists. Hello there friends, I'm so happy to be here with you. Join us tonight a very talented and very amazing musician. Hello!
Hello, how's it going, everybody? And hello to you.
Hi, how are you doing?
I'm doing great. I'm in LA. I'm producing a track right now and also promoting the single, my first single off of my solo record. And I'm very happy to be here with you today and talk about it and hang out via Zoom.
It's actually a big pleasure for us to have you here for this interview. And actually, first of all, introduce yourself, please.
My name's Trev Lukather. I am a guitar player, songwriter, producer, artist, and yeah. And I love France, by the way. Love France.
Fantastic. And what is the genre of your music?
I would say it's like alternative rock pop, but it has a little funk to it, a little groove. I mean, this record is a huge experiment. I brought in a lot of really cool friends of mine that I love and respect, and I was able to put like a horn section on this record. I was able to just like call my favorite people. So, it's just a blend of love, but there's a lot of aggression and rock and roll with a lot of cool synth sounds and, a little taste of all of our influences.
Oh, it's amazing. I think our audience will be very exciting to wait till the end of this interview and listen to this amazing new track. But now I want to ask you a few questions about you. You, just something. Mm-hmm. Okay, what song? Last one. What do you listen today?
The song I listened to today.
Yes.
Actually, I'll say that the last song I listened to, it's a band called Blind Channel. I think they're from Finland. I'm working with them at the end of the week, and I've been listening to their music to kind of get a vibe because we're working together, and I'm going to write with them. And so I've been blasting their stuff, which is pretty face melting and awesome. So I was listening to that.
Wow. Blind Channel is amazing. They were on Eurovision, actually.
Oh, really?
Yes, last year. Yes.
Oh, I love that. Yeah. I can't wait to work with them. They seem like super cool people, and yeah, man, the music's killer. So we're working together on Sunday and Monday while they're in LA. So I'm super pumped. So I'm just kind of building up some stuff, and I'm excited about that. So yeah, that was what I was listening to this morning.
Okay, you have good memory, fantastic. But what about movie? Your favorite movie or TV series?
Oh, favorite movie. I mean, there's so many incredible movies that I love so much. Well, first of all, okay, we can just like go down a few paths here, I guess. I love, Goodfellas. I love The Big Lebowski, and I'm a huge zombie movie lover. So I love George A. Romero and Night of the Living Dead, Dawn of the Dead, classic 80s, Return of the Living Dead. I mean, I'm all over the map,
Wow, it's good collection of good movies, actually.
Yeah.
And what about books? What is your favorite book?
I wish I read more books. I wasn't a big book reader, so my ADD wouldn't really allow me to just focus on a book. So the only book I ever read was my dad's book and my mom's book. I read both of their books. So those are the two books I could say I read from front to back. And yeah.
But if your parents can write a book, it means everything is right with you. And then you don't read so much. It's fantastic too. Because you have like writers and parents too. And now simple question. What is your favorite dish?
Favorite dish? Ooh, I'm a sushi lover. I have to say, I'm a sushi lover, but favorite dish, I would say maybe I'm gonna get a little fat kid on you. Chicken Parmesan. And it's chicken Parmesan. I don't know. I mean, I love chicken Parmesan. And I don't know. I like steak too. Nothing like a good old steak. And yeah.
Example, do you cook for yourself at home? You cook sometimes?
Yeah. I love cooking. I love cooking. It's very therapeutic. I like making pasta sauce from scratch, and that's when you can kind of just like turn off the world and just be in the moment. I try to do that a lot. I love yoga. I love meditation. So the more I can, like I said, being super ADD, it's really good to just center yourself and breathe and just take a deep breath and turn off the world. And it really gives you a new perspective of the day and what you got to do. And yeah, so.
Oh, it's
so cooking's a great.
Fantastic. Thank you for this nice answer, actually. And if we talk about animals, are you a cat person or dog person, or do you prefer other animals?
I'm a dog lover. We have a dog named River. We are obsessed. I mean, she's the love of our lives. I'm a stalker of her. I love being around her all the time. So yeah, she's our little baby. And she likes to sing too. She likes to sing. When you sing, she starts. She starts to sing along. It's super cute.
Well, which kind of dog it is?
We rescued her. We have the dog test. We haven't done it yet, but I know she's like part. I don't know. She might be part Chihuahua. Definitely some Chihuahua because she shakes, but she doesn't look like a Chihuahua. There's so much. She kind of looks like a reindeer. It's funny.
Oh my
she looks
God.
like a reindeer. Kind of has like the dog from The Simpsons look to her too, because she has a super overbite, and but she's like fawn colored. I don't know. She's such a unique little thing that we just. I want to say what's up to her while I'm talking to you right now because I'm just talking about her. I'm the heart's gushing.
Wow. It's really exciting to see which type of dog, because in Imaginarity it's like something from other world, other planet.
Yeah, she was a COVID dog. We got her during COVID, and just spent a lot of time, so we take videos and photos with her all day. We, my fiance and I talk about just, can you imagine when we actually have a kid of our own? Because we're just like such dog parents. Can't imagine when there's actually a little mini version of us walking around, But yeah, love her. Are you a dog person or a cat person?
Dog, exactly.
Dog person. Right on.
Dog. Yes. And I think now we return back a little bit to idea of music. And please tell to us which artist influenced you most of all.
Well, for those that don't know, my dad's a huge reason why I play music. He's his name's Steve Lukather. He's guitar player of TOTO, and he is the guitar player of TOTO and singer, and also a huge session musician. So I grew up around incredible musicians my whole life, and I got the bug so early in life. I mean, my first memory, I think, is playing drums. Oh, right on, man. Yeah, man. Like, that's solid. You really can't get any better, man, with those guys. It's just all the records they played on. People that don't know, the real deal story behind them is not only are they just a great band, but they were brought in on everyone's records back in the 70s and 80s and co-wrote for other people, and just A+ musicians and A+ people, so it was amazing to grow up around those guys. And obviously, like, I just got the bug. I'm the only kid of pop that got the bug of music, but I got it early. I started playing drums, and drums from like 4 to 12, and then TOTO did the reunion with Bobby Kimball, and then I saw Pop do a solo in the first tune, and crowds reaching out for him, and I was like, I want to be that guy. So that kind of switched switched gears for me, and then I started playing guitar because I kept hearing riffs and melodies in my head that I obviously couldn't do while just playing drums. So it was an upgrade for me as a writer to start working on something that actually you can start writing music with.
Wow, it means from early childhood you know and you became a musician.
Yes.
Of course. And
yeah.
Also you wrote the lyrics of your songs, yes?
Yes, yeah. For this record, I wrote every song, all the melodies, lyrics, and the music. I had a lot to express at the time that I made the record. You know, I had a band. We were called Legend, and you know, it kind of disbanded. Well, it did disband before the debut album even came out. So, you know, an unexpected exit happened my way and I had to, you know, deal with that. That was tough. So I had a lot of emotions and a lot of things boiling inside me, and you know, I just wanted to express those feelings and also just call and work with people, because I got such an overwhelming amount of support from my musician friends, and they're like, "What are you doing? We got your back. I'm there to play on it. Let me know." So I was able to, you know, call some of my favorite people. You know, Steve Maggiora, who's now in TOTO, keyboard player, unbelievable talent. I've known him for 14 years. He played on every track and did all the background vocals, a lot of the background vocals, and you know, just called up a bunch of different people, and it was just so much fun. It was great to actually have like a fun experience making a record and just laughing and, you know, enjoying the process.
Oh, it's really amazing. It's an amazing story, you know, always know a little bit more deeper how it happens, how you start to create relations between musicians, because for different people, it's like something from the other world, you know, like when people talk, oh, TOTO, it's something like gods. And now we talk with you and we understand that everyone is human.
Everyone's human. Yeah. I can definitely promote that. You know, like I never really believed in pedestals, you know, putting people on a pedestal. We're all just on this floating speck in the universe, trying to figure out who we are and why we're here. And, you know, it's great to be inspired, obviously, you know, but it's funny to see that side of the world, the things of, like, you know, growing up, obviously, you know, my dad being a very huge inspiration to a lot of people as a musician and writer, and you know, he's my dad. All I know him is Pop, you know. So it just that growing up like that, you realize, yeah, you know, everyone's just human being and hanging out and trying to figure it all out, man. But you know, I gotta say, going to Europe when I was 12 years old changed my life, and that's the reason why I'm doing what I'm doing. Pop took me to Europe on the TOTO tour and had me go up and jam every night, just one of my own riffs. I was 12, you know, just started to create riffs and stuff. And yeah, I mean, it changed my life, hearing a big crowd cheer like that. You know, and just that just seeing kind of like the huge amount of support and love that they have in Europe. It was incredible. It was incredible to witness, incredible to experience. And I'm sitting here talking to you right now because of that moment. So my love for Europe and my love for the fans over there too, and is just has a deep place in my heart. I even say, like, I don't even ever need to tour America. I'm happy just to tour Europe for the rest of my life, and Japan too. I want to go to Japan, but, like, you know, I would be super stoked because just the amount of support and true music lovers in Europe is just next level.
Oh, so nice. Thank you for this amazing answer. It's really, really nice to know. And I think for everyone who right now watching this interview, it's very nice and inspirational information, actually.
Oh, thank you, Victoria.
And then we continue with questions. And now, please describe your music in a sentence, or even better, in a word.
Fun. You know, I mean, real. real fun music. You know, I mean, I just think that I got really super inspired by Peter Gabriel as an artist. Peter Gabriel's So album, I think, is one of the best albums ever. And I love the experimentation of, you know, obviously incredible different musicians, but mainly just, you know, the groove, the hooks, groove, horn section, just and there's certain songs are so much fun. Sledgehammer, Big Time. But then you got like some ballads, obviously In Your Eyes, one of the best songs ever written. Red Rain, like all these songs, it's so eclectic, and I really was inspired by that. So I kind of always wanted to make an album very similar to that. So, but it's just just guitar heavier, you know. It's like I guess if you said Peter Gabriel and TOTO, you know, mixed with kind of a, you know, my vocals, which are just kind of like, you know, it's just, I guess you could hear the angst in my vocal. I'm no American Idol singer, but, you know, I've been seeing a vocal coach and I have my own thing and I just embraced it. You know, it's like, you know, it's great to just rely on yourself and say, okay, it's me, myself, and I'm the only one that's going to push myself to go any further and make the phone calls and hit up my friends and do all that stuff. And it was a really cool learning experience as well. So yeah, long story short, is that, yeah, it's very Peter Gabriel and fun and yeah, it's fun, real music, fun music.
Real fun music. Wow. It's easy and possible to understand everything, actually. It's very nice and very important. And also it's very important, follow your heart. When you do what you really want, what you really wish, what is inside in you, and spread to the audience and to people around you. It's really amazing. Okay, and now I know you played a lot of gigs. Please tell us something about your best memory of playing some kind of gig or event, festival, whatever.
Yeah, I would say one of the coolest gigs was Lollapalooza in Chicago, here in America, big festival. And I was playing with What's So Not, who's a killer producer, DJ, and I toured with him for about like 2+ years. And that crowd was unbelievable, and it was just an energy. It was 50,000 people, energy like you've never felt before. And you know, when you have those experiences, that's when you realize, you know, I realized a lot. I realized that it's not about, like, any artist or anybody that's playing a gig, it's not about you. It's not about me. Like, if I'm on stage playing, it's not about me. It's about the connection experience you have with these people, these strangers that you have a connection with that you've never met before, that you'll have that connection with for the rest of your life, because you'll always have that moment. And I always love to make everyone a part of the show. Like, I like to make sure I have eye contact, point. I always do the point. I point at everybody that I can. I go down in the audience. And it just, the connection, that one really sticks out to me. I mean, there's so many great gigs that I've done that were just bucket list checks and things that I'll be so grateful for the rest of my life that I even got a chance to experience. And the cool thing is just like, you know, I'm still young and I still got a lot to do, and I can't wait to get back out and do that. And that's why I'm releasing music now, is because I want to get back out and do that. I mean, I've been producing a lot since the pandemic and the band breakup. I got just kind of shot in there. So I've been producing for the last, you know, 2+ years, and I haven't played a show, and I haven't been on tour since the pandemic kind of went down, you know. So I'm like itching. I'm itching. So yeah, just even talking about it's making me like, oh God, can't wait.
Oh, amazing. And I really hope then soon maybe we can see you with your project in Europe, touring, especially in Italy.
Oh, yeah.
I hope so.
Oh my gosh, Italy. I'm so sorry. I was like, I love France. And it was like, okay, Italy. I mean, fucking A.
Italy. But okay, we're near France, Italy, but okay.
Just like,
okay,
you know, there's the blonde. There's the blonde moment, man. There. You just count on me for the blonde moments. But yeah, I mean, Italy. Talk about Italy. Maristica. So my old band, we opened for TOTO, and that was obviously a dream come true. And let me tell you that, like, Maristica, the beauty of that place was kind of breathtaking. And that was my first time I ever been to Italy. And we pulled up, like, you know, we did an overnight bus ride, and you wake up and we were playing like a castle. Like, you know, that's another thing. It's like when you touring America, it's like there's not, I don't know, America likes to like just rebuild and everything's, let's update, new. What I love about, you know, Europe in general, obviously, is that the history's still there, like where everyone comes from, and you know, you keep those things up, like keep castles up, you keep all these amazing, incredible things up where you can feel the energy of the history of everything, you know? So, yeah, so that was like the first experience of like waking up and playing and like looking at this like castle that we're gonna play, and then walking around the corner to like this little mini kind of bakery for breakfast, and it was like the best food I've ever had in my life in this little tiny spot, random spot. And I'm like, are you kidding me, man? Like this is real. This is like, you know. And then, you know, what I love too is like you could eat whatever you want, and everything's real ingredients. They're not stuffed with all this shit that, you know, we have to deal with over here, you know, steroids and, you know, it's like preservatives and all these, you know, things that like, just when you can just eat everything and it tastes so, the authentic taste, you know, just, it was incredible. Some of the best, man. So that was my first and only experience in Italy. Was doing 3 dates, and it was just incredible, man. Incredible. So I can add that to the list of favorite shows.
Oh, nice. So nice to know all incredible stuff, what happens with you before. And now I want to return a little bit more in something personal. And please tell to us, what's your best quality and what's your weakness?
Ooh. Oh, man, that's a good question. Best quality? I guess my best quality is just maybe it's tough. It's so weird to talk about myself like that. Is I guess my caring. My love for people and my friends and everyone close to me and is very strong. So my support, one thing about me is I'm very, very, very honest and real, and too honest to a point sometimes. I can either that you can hang or you can't hang. When I was a kid, I stuffed everything in a lot and I didn't speak about a lot of things. And then I just one day hit the fucking button and said, you know what, I'm going to just tell everyone what's on my mind, So I wanted to make sure that everyone that's around me knows what I'm feeling, instead of being a fake person or not saying anything or stuffing things in and resentment builds or whatever. I'm just honest. So that could be my best quality and my worst quality at the same time. Maybe it's a double answer, because I can probably tweak some people out, and then or other people are like, man, this is they feel they get me or they don't. I don't know. So it could be the worst and best quality all at once.
Double.
The doubles, yeah, the double.
Black and white, actually, yeah.
Yeah, the yin and the yang.
It's everything depends on contents, everything. Yeah. And if we continue to talk about you, in what you believe in general, people believe in God, universe, themselves, music, you.
I very much believe in the universe. I believe that it's so much bigger than religion. I mean, obviously all religion stems from something. The problem that I have with the religion thing is just it divides everyone more than it brings everyone together. And I feel that it all is stemming from a bigger picture and the same thing, really. It's just, a little more judgmental, maybe. Not maybe, it is. So I feel that it's crazy for anyone to think they know what what God wants, or God in quotations. It's a lot bigger than anything in a book. And if you think about just how massive the universe is, and it's expanding, and the countless amount of life and the countless planets and stars and all these things, it's insane to even think that we can try to for our minds, and we can only use a certain amount of our brain and mind. So if you can imagine, like, even if you think about frequencies dogs can hear that we can't hear, then that's just a different animal here on this planet. What if we could see all the things that are really happening around us right now? We wouldn't be able to hang or contain it, man. Like, and going and doing mushrooms or trying a little bit of things like that to kind of open up the mind, where you can actually feel a connection to a tree. It's like when you really just kind of have like this humbling moment. And there is something. I've experienced so many things in life that it's obvious. The thing is, what I can't stand is that we're all human beings on this planet, yet we're at war with each other. If it's not real war, it's mental war or whatever. And you want to say my God's better than your God, but that's all insecurity talking. It's and I actually, even for atheists, people that don't believe anything, I admire their confidence in how there is nothing. It's just like, it's funny how they can be so confident that there's nothing. That's just the same amount of confidence that someone has that there's something there. But to me, it would be absolutely mind blowing to think that there is no reason or purpose for what we're doing right now. And there's so many beautiful things in life that it's just, and there's horrible things in life. But the thing is, I look at it in this weird way of the worst things that ever happened to me. I've lost a lot of very important people to me. And I'm scarred for life with those experiences and those losses. But what can I do with that? I can write a song and maybe someone will listen to it and not make the same mistake, or I could get someone else through their day, so their death wasn't in vain. Even people might spiritually sacrifice themselves, before you even come here. I mean, I'm starting to get crazy, but I feel there's a purpose, that everyone's death is for a reason, and it might change someone else's mind to change the world. I don't know. It's so beyond my mind that I could think, but this is how I could try to create the reasoning behind such terrible things that happen here too, because of so many terrible things happen every second of the day here. And you can only just try to figure out why that is. But I can just speak from experience that beautiful things do come from the most horrific moments in your life. So that's all I can say about that.
Yeah, and actually it's nice when you can find light moments in dark periods, actually. And it's everyone have something nice, something wrong, but we need to focus for something what is the best for us, actually. Thank you for this answer, because it's very deep answer and very nice. And actually now we return back from universe to the earth and to the music, of course, to the music. And please tell to us about your music creation process.
My music creation process for this record was, I would just kind of put up a drum loop and start kind of riffing around. The crazy thing about all of these songs, it just really bled out of me. I mean, it was really, really, effortless. So when I would hear something in my head, and there would always be some kind of event that happens, I never sat down and forced to write or forced to create something. It was like, oh, there's a lot going on right now, and I got to get in the room and start creating. So, I would put up a drum loop and just kind of map out. I just kind of write real quick and map out the music, and slowly kind of build the track up and create, I guess, the pre-demo. And when I get the pre-demo together, I'd go send it. Mainly, the drummer that played on most of the record, I had two drummers on the record, on the whole album, was mainly my good friend Jake Hayden. He plays with this artist Dorothy, who I've worked with, produced on her last record, and he also played with Missing Persons. He's an incredible drummer, and we go back a long time. So I would go to him, and we would kind of arrange it for real, and then I would bring it back here, really build up the guitars, and then I'd call whoever I was feeling should play bass on it, and then I would have Steve Maggiora come over here, do the keys, and then through the process I'd start doing vocals and lay down the lead vocals so everyone has a guide, and it was just kind of a very, very smooth, fun process. And then the other drummer, which was different, is I kind of built the track up really for him to play, and that was Abe Laboriel Jr., who plays, he's a legendary guy, plays Paul McCartney, family friend forever. And I was like, man, it would be an honor to have you on it. And he was like, send me the tracks, man. And so I sent him two different. So I definitely made sure that pretty much everything was there except the bass, so he can do his thing. And then I'd have the bass come in. And actually Josh Paul, who played the two songs with Abe, he's an incredible bass player. He was in the band Daughtry and Suicidal Tendencies, and he's just one of the most incredible bass players. So I felt him and Abe together. Oh, and also Greg Cash played on one of the songs with Abe too. But anyway, I had them play after Abe's drums were on there. But yeah, I mean, that was kind of the process, and just what I loved about it too was being the producer and the songwriter of the song. You can get so lost in what, you can get too caught into it, right? Too caught up. But when you work with these amazing players and people like Steve and bringing key parts and adding synths, and all of a sudden you get to listen to the song as a music listener too throughout the process, right? Oh shit, man, totally lifting the song to another level. And so that kept me in that zone of being able to keep my eye on the prize and getting excited about a song that probably at that point I've heard 30, 40, 50 times while you're tracking. It kept it exciting. And so that's the process.
I think now you tell all information from inside, It's like now all our audience go to backstage together with you in this rehearsal room, in this recording room, and we can really feel all the process. It's really amazing.
Well,
really nice.
Yeah, I mean, realistically, only maybe 4 of the guys I was able to, 5 of the guys, Bryce Zoderberg from the band Lifehouse, a lot of this, it was during COVID times too. A lot of people, you weren't going to see them track. You couldn't track in the same room. People were just, no one was leaving their house. So it was, cause this record has been in the making for the past year and a half. And I finally got the right team around me that it really gives this a solid shot to be heard and push, and we're going to do whatever we can to get this heard to as many eyes and ears as possible. So it just took some time and patience, and while I was producing other people, just figuring out the right moment to do this. And so mainly why I'm saying is we didn't see each other a lot, of the people that worked on it, because of COVID. So Steve came here, and I'd go see Jake at the studio, but and Bryce Zoderberg came here to play bass, and Greg Cash did too. But other than that, I mean, it was kind of remote, so it was kind of cool because I would be able to send them the map out, or little demo bass that I'd put on. I was like, I wanted everyone to do their thing, whatever you're hearing, please send. So it was really cool to I wasn't sitting there next to them. So then I'd get a bass track and I'd, put it in and just be able to really dig it and experience that. So, yeah.
So nice. Really, really nice. Thank you for this concrete answer. And now my favorite question, really. Everyone likes this question. But of course, if you can, please Sing to us 15 seconds one of your favorite song a cappella, or you can use guitar. Sing something, your own song, your favorite song, wherever you want.
I'm not warmed up, man. I can't do that.
Oh no, please.
I I wasn't prepped for that. For me,
it's surprise.
Here's the thing. Yeah, exactly. Here's the thing about me is I'm like, as a perfectionist as possible. I'm one of those people that I don't really go up and play or sing or do anything till I'm well rehearsed to do it, because in the world that we live in now, like, hey, this is going to be played for a lot of people. It doesn't, obviously certain people are waiting for me to fuck up because, they're just going to hate on me because I squirted out of my dad's balls. So, it's just one of those things where it's like, I have to make sure that when I do perform and do something, it's well rehearsed and that I can actually do it some justice, So I'm gonna have to put that one on hold. But I will come back on the show. How about this? I'll come back on the show and perform for the next one, because I'm gonna be releasing songs every 6 weeks, and this is the beginning, and then the album will probably come out around May. So I'll at that point be rehearsed with the band, and then I'll be totally there, and I'll love to like actually have maybe Steve here with me and have someone else where we can actually perform something more legitimate for you, and do it justice before I do something that I'm like kind of like flopping around. Oh, I think this is it,
Nice. You give me a fantastic idea. Maybe okay, after a while we can create this interview with a little bit performance, something like jam session and interview together for your upcoming next releases.
Yes.
Maybe
that sounds incredible. Yes, I would love that.
You will be prepared, and I will be prepared.
I'll be prepared. Yeah. Next time we do this, I will be prepared, and I'll call Steve, and I'd love Steve to be here with me, and we can do some harmonies together and make it legit, because there's obviously a lot going on when people are about to hear it. I didn't hold back. That's one thing about this record that I didn't do. I didn't hold back. I said as many ear candy parts, as many awesome things. You can't put too much awesomeness on it, and I think that bringing so many incredible musicians into one song, it's like you get to hear that, and so there's a lot going on vocally as well. But Steve Maggiora, he did all it was my cousin, me, and Steve did all the back. Like, Steve did like 90% of the background vocals. He calls it the Steve Choir. It's insane. It's incredible, and he can make literally a church choir out of his vocal. He does different types of vocals and different types of sound, like tones and all these things. All of a sudden he sounds like 10 different people singing the same thing. It's incredible. Oh. And you hear that on this track too. You'll hear these choir ahs and all these things that Steve does. So next time, this is a promise, that I will either perform by myself, but I hope that we can schedule it where Steve can be here and we can perform a couple songs for you guys and make up for my lack of preparation on this interview.
Oh, great. It's a deal, actually. Yep.
Looking forward to it.
Okay. And now, actually, our final question. You talked today a lot about your music project, and now we want to ask you about your future plans.
Yeah, so the future plans, like I said, we're going to release songs every 6 to 8 weeks. I'm going to probably push for 6. And this is why that we wanted to do it independently, because I really like having the freedom to be able to release when I want to release. And, I have such an incredible support system already. And with like I said, with my team, my team has been on the ground up with Spotify and major labels. And so all of the people that we would need to get to are there on our own. And so it just kind of also gave that artistic freedom musically as well, and all the things that could get involved in being involved with a label. But you know, so with this, we already have been talking to, and this, you know, goes for Europe, because it's like, we've been talking to people that, you know, promoters and agents about booking something towards the later part of 2023, so I can get out there and tour, because, you know, I mean, my old band, we did club gigs and we had no record to promote. We didn't have anything really released, and people showed up, and the support there is so incredible. So, you know, me going on my own, it's very doable and possible. And the more we, you know, roll these tunes out, and the more buzz we build, is just gonna, you know. But the goal is to be on tour at the end of 2023, summer, fall, and it's got to be overseas, man. This has to be.
Oh, amazing, amazing. And maybe you can tell to our audience where they can listen to your music, and maybe you have website.
Yes, so we're going to be on all streaming platforms December 9th. The song is You Wish, and it's fun. It's very fun, very angst. I call it the self-love angst anthem. And you can listen to it on Spotify, Amazon, Apple, YouTube. We have a cool lyric video for YouTube. My socials are at Trev Lukather. Facebook's at Trev Lukather Official. And my website's www.trevlukather.com. And yeah, so come on now. Come join the hang.
Great. Oh yeah, and now what song are we going to listen to now?
I love Italy. I love Italy.
So nice, actually.
I love Italy. The song is called You Wish. Woo! Oh God, please. So yeah, the song's called You Wish. My name's Trev Lukather, and your support means everything, and check it out.
I gave you something to believe in. You were the lost I found. This was more than a feeling, but now the truth is out. There could be no jealousy, that you didn't envy me, that you weren't your own enemy. You are not the cloud. Yeah, you are. It's over, it's over. You're in over your head. Set free the fakeness you refuse to resist and hate me. 'Cause you can't be me and I know you wish. I'm set free while you're lying to yourself and your lips and hate me. 'Cause you can't be me and I know you wish. Everything happens for reasons. Can you find the truth within?